Hello everyone, we're just out for a little bimble. Middle of November, nice day. So why not? So we're heading towards Seaton Carew. So heading down to Motorcycle Live at the NEC next week. Have a look at some of the new model bikes, sit on them, make sure the credit card stays in the pocket. Did you buy anything when you were there? Yeah, I bought 5 bikes. So looking forward to that. But it is interesting, there's a lot of vlogs at the moment are going on about how the motorcycle trade is on its knees. Lots of dealerships closing. My local bike shop, never been busier. Fair enough, it's second-hand bikes, and they do sell Benellis and Vogues or Vosges, whatever you call them. They do sell the Chinese brands, but they're always busy. And according to the press, the Triumph 400s are flying off the shelves, so them and Royal Enfield on the low capacity bikes seem to be having a good run. But of course times are hard and everyone's feeling the financial pinch at the moment. That's probably got a lot to do with it, because realistically a bigger bike is a luxury item. It's not people don't use them the way they used to. Not everyone commutes to work on a bike. But I'm hoping it's just a blip. You know, I was looking at a place I used to go every Saturday up at Newcastle. We used to go to Westcott Road, the Hill as it was affectionately known. There's lots of bike shops there. Big ones, Harry Wood's, Ken's. I think Harry Wood had 2 shops. But there was hundreds of bikes there on a Saturday. But I'm still hopeful for the motorcycle industry. But I also think less people are taking driving lessons, never mind motorcycles. I think your Xbox or PlayStation generation, whatever you want to call it, they have little interest in their own transport. They're happy to use Uber and public transport. And when you think how much it costs to get yourself set up on a bike and the tests you have to do, people aren't going for the 50cc's on the 16th birthday, are they? It's expensive. You've got kit, you've got insurance, you've got to buy the bike that you're only going to keep for a year, because as soon as you're 17 you're going to jump onto a 125. I also think the bike test doesn't do anything to encourage people to ride. So for your car test, you do your theory, you do your test, and you're done. If you're rich enough, you can get into a Ferrari or whatever. On your bike though, you take your test at 17, you do your theory test, your mod 1, your mod 2, and that's after you've done a CBT. All of those cost money. And then you pass your test and you want a bigger bike. Well, guess what? You have to do your mod 1 and your mod 2 all over again. And then you reach that glorious age where you can ride any capacity bike, and guess what? You got to do your mod 1 and your mod 2 again. Now that's potentially 3 tests someone has to do to ride a bike. It's ridiculous. Wouldn't it be better if you passed your test and you were restricted on engine size and power, a bit like the A2, 47 horsepower, and then after being riding for 2 years, then you can just ride whatever you want. No extra tests. I just think that is a massive barrier to the people taking up motorcycling. So I don't know if you saw my video on tips for riding through winter, but there's something I've got to ask you people. Why is it if you take your pin lock off to give everything a clean and you put your pin lock back in, it never works again? You always get a little corner misting up or something where it hasn't seated. I've tried everything. I've tried cleaning it, I've tried putting an alcohol wipe on it before it goes back on, adjusting the cams on the corners of the pin lock. Just nothing. Nothing works. So if any of you have a magic trick other than buying a new pin lock, I would love to hear it. You end up having to crack your visor open, let it demist and then close it again. It might be a thing with this Shui GT Air helmet. I did notice in a video a chap called Alkimoto complained about the same thing, whether there's inadequate ventilation in the lid. But yeah, if you got any clues, let me know. So we're just bimbling about in County Durham. Been through Hartlepool, through Wynyard, through Butterwick, heading towards Coxer. I'm going to head just south of Durham and then back home. About an hour and a half on the bike. Sun shining, heated gear is on, so I'm warm. What more would you want? Right, this road has taken us towards Spennymoor, but we're turning off before that. We are going this way, just to confuse Kalimoto. The other road took us to a roundabout and a dual carriageway along. This has taken us through some nice quieter roads, better scenery, less traffic. We're on our way to Het. So I love these villages where they've got the massive greens. You normally expect to see a duck pond or something, or geese in fact, and we got the pond. There it is. I think it's always quintessentially British, as some people would say. This is a lot better than a dual carriageway. Nice views, look at that. Crossing an old railway bridge here. Right, we are approaching the destination I had in mind. So this is kind of a road to nowhere. This is why we've come here. Try and squeeze the bike in somewhere. This is Sunderland Bridge. Used to be otters here apparently, but they haven't been seen in a while. Water's nice and clear. Right, let's get back to the bike. Carry on the journey. Right, that was Sunderland Bridge. Nice little catch up with a couple of fellas there.